What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome to a Dungeon Defenders 2 Beginner's Guide and Tutorial series. This series will be in really no specific order, as new topics will come up, but I will try to get it organized after release into a much more complete and timely playlist. As changes take place between now and release, I will do my best to update this series and make sure that the playlist is always current. This series will be played on the PC, however most of these topics will very easily transfer over to the PS4 with just a few different controls. If there's anything at all that you'd like more information on, or something that you struggled with as a beginner, let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to make it a topic in this series. Without further ado, let's get started. So another really common question I get asked in Dungeon Defenders 2 from beginners is just how to progress, how the progression in the game goes, and a lot of times people get a little confused as to what comes next after you finish the campaign. Now, first off, you've gone through, you've finished the campaign, and you have 4 level 50 heroes in your deck. Now, as we look here, the campaign can drop gear as high as item power 240. Now, if you do that on hard, it's going to be gear as high as item power 255. So let's just say say your item power is 250. You finish the campaign, you got your 4 level 50s. You equip just random pieces of gear, green, blue, purple, legendary, whatever, just to get some gear in the spots, ideally with the correct stats, and you're up to that item power 230, 250 range, whatever the case is. Now the next step is going to be to go over to defense mode. If you look, defense mode on Nightmare 1, suggested item power starts off at 220, and it's going to drop gear throughout the course of Nightmare 1 that will be as high as 310. Now, the next step after Nightmare 1, of course, in completing those maps would be to go to Nightmare 2. And then if we look here, the first suggested is at 320. Now, so you say you went through all the Nightmare 1 maps, you got yourself up to 310 on your 4 heroes, but it's saying here 320. What you can do in between is if you go back to Nightmare 1 and go over to Incursion, and you see here the Incursion item power starts off at a suggested 280, and it's going to drop gear all the way up to 350. Now you can do this stepping in and out process all the way up to Nightmare 4, or of course, once you get to level 50, it is a gear-based game, so you can go through it and progress naturally yourself, or you can hop in with friends and get a little head start to get some of that higher tiered gear. Now as you go through, get to Nightmare 2, you can do Nightmare 2 incursions, get to Nightmare 3, and you can do Nightmare 3 incursions, all the way up to Nightmare 4. And the best loot in the game, the only maps where you can get item power 750 armor pieces are going to be on the Incursion version of Nightmare 4, which is currently the end game, the top progression. Now that is going to be changing next month, and I'll redo this video to keep the playlist current. However, that is a quick look in progression in Dungeon Defenders 2 and how you get there. So you just finished your campaign. Once again, you want to go to defense mode, Nightmare 1. Defense mode theoretically is not as difficult as the incursion mode, and in exchange for that, you're going to get the higher end gear from the incursions. So that'll do it for now. See ya. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click that like button and mash this big J over here to subscribe to the channel. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.